Imagine for a moment that in order to turn on the lights or heat and cool your home, you must burn little pieces of the house itself, or materials only contained within the house. Not only that, but you must burn the material in your kitchen with all the windows and doors closed. Steadily, your home would fill with smoke and become sooty and filthy. The air would be harsh to breathe, and you would eventually either run out of stuff to burn, or your home would collapse from burning the very structure which holds it together.
Now imagine that outside the home there's a relatively infinite source of energy to run all your lights, gadgets, your heating and cooling, all without releasing smoke into the home. Wouldn't that be the most amazing discovery?
To say that this is an analogy of what we're facing right now on this planet may be a hyperbole, but it paints a strong picture of where we may be headed.
Although the current usage of fossil fuels may not reach the severity of the previous analogy for hundreds or possibly thousands of years, it is, however, an inevitable fate, particularly when one takes into consideration the exponential rate at which we're populating and consuming this Earth's finite space and resources. Now, we have been given a gift, an opportunity to step into the next evolution of our species on this planet. We have been given the gift to create our own energy from outside our home. No longer do we need to be tethered like mosquitoes to our host vessel, Earth. No longer do we need to dirty our air, our water, our only home. You may ask, what is this gift? This gift is to harness the energy of the sun. And although the technology may not be perfect yet, with enough attention and capital, solar technology could be light years ahead in just a few short decades.
When humans first discovered how to harness fire more than 200,000 years ago, we evolved from mere helpless prey into fierce, confident predators, able to create light and heat for ourselves, finally finding a handhold on which to cling in the wild.
Hundreds of millennia passed before we made our next big leap in energy production.
Humans began burning coal for energy roughly 3,000 years ago, as copper smelters in China discovered this amazing new technology that made wood obsolete. By 347 AD, humans had begun digging oil wells in China, and a new resource emerged. This plentiful, viable energy source urged human evolution forward ever faster. By the 1800s, ALLESANDRO VOLTA and André-Marie Ampère had helped create a new science in harnessing electromagnetics. Oil and coal are immediate candidates to test drive these emerging technologies. And by the 20th century, oil and coal had become the new standard of energy by which modern civilization was built. The carbon era reaches its height.
Now, oil and coal are incredible resources and have provided us with an amazing platform for technological progression. However, these are resources that should be treated with much more respect than to just be burned.
1 gallon of oil is worth roughly $3.75 when used as a fuel to run our vehicles, and is released into our environment as toxins upon combustion.
However, that same gallon of oil, when used to create a durable good such as plastic, is worth $35 a gallon and can be recycled over and over and over and over and over and over. The prior scenario of burning fossil fuels is a wealth-depleting economy versus a wealth-sustaining economy of using oil for durable, recyclable goods.
So now, upon understanding the multi-thousand-year history of hydrocarbon energy technology, we present to you the future of energy production on planet Earth. Solar
energy technology.
Although solar energy has been in use on this planet ever since the first cells created life, it was not first consciously harnessed until humans began building their homes with passive solar capturing methods thousands of years ago. The first modern solar technology was created in the 1860s by Frenchman Auguste MOUCHOUT, and was a unit designed to run a small steam piston from concentrated solar rays. This machine was eventually connected to a refrigeration device, and in 1881, the first solar ice cubes were created. MOUCHOUT's research came to a halt as funding from the French monarch was diverted to cheaper coal technology emerging from England.
And thus has been the legacy of solar energy technology, constantly pushed to the side as cheap coal and oil are ever-present and pervading forces. That is, until now.
The time is upon us, and people are beginning to wake up to the fact that we can't burn our home forever. It's time to move on. But where do we go from here?
Almost all renewable energies are ultimately the result of the sun.
Wind is created by sun-warmed air coming in contact with cold air. Hydropower owes its viability to the sun evaporating water and carrying uphill in the wind.
In my opinion, we should just cut out the middleman, go straight to the source.
There's a variety of solar technology available today, and the future is wide open. One of the most simple techniques of capturing the sun's energy is what's called passive solar. This simple technology includes Earthship architecture principles, solar thermal water heating, and ground source heating and cooling. Solar concentration may have been the original technology used to generate electricity from the sun's energy, but it is still one of the most viable options for creating large-scale energy production.
In order for solar concentration to work, concentrators must track the sun and keep a perpendicular angle to it. Thus, it is not a viable option on most buildings or in mobile applications. From a more advanced technological perspective is solar PV, which actually converts the sun's energy into an electromagnetic charge.
Solar PV can be installed on the building which it will be powering, and when combined with ground source heating and cooling, there's potential for almost 100% efficiency to heat or cool any structure that's properly built.